like that is just something you're building upon now as Liquid, and you feel like you're on the right path. That could be such a good thing for their mentality. Really, really tough prospect. A Mouz team that only loses to the champions, that only loses to the two best teams in the world. And Liquid's got to go up against him, and that's a good start. Good find from Nertz as Exertion hangs around a bit too long.
Yeah, well, we have got Brolin holding down the B-bomb site. He's going to be at the coffins with some util in his back pocket. Not going to use it just yet. Closest rotation to him is Spinks, and he's all the way committed just outside of the archway looking down mid from long.
Well, Twist is going on a little investigation mission away from the action, and he found a really good timing with this.
Yeah, timing's great.
Won't hear those footsteps, but he is going to get around the corner and see it clear. He's going to have a very late flank, but two defenders, Brolin and Spinks, to do what they can with this B hit.
I'm actually bailing out, so it's a fake B hit. Utility drops in. Twist is just waiting inside the CT spawn, calling him to come back, and then he's got the kill on Yimpad on the rotation over.
Oh, and Torzsi has no idea because he pushed away from the A bomb site. Okay, that's a huge fake off the one kill.
Oh, we got spotted too.
And Shuei's found the next, so the round's done. It's cooked, it's toast, and that's a Liquid pistol.
Oh. Shu showing here for Nerds. He's going to get out of the corner, but yeah. Cool executing the B-bomb, so all a fake, all a ruse as they go back in towards the A finish.
I mean, once you get that opening pick from Nertz over in Banana, like any kind of a fake, they might not even been planning for a fake until that kill comes in, and then Shuei's like, okay, well now that we have a frag, now that it's a 5-on-4, I have a lot more leverage to pull them around the map. Trying to keep the USPs alive and the armor up for the next round, and that ain't gonna happen. Nertz, Snaf, and Ultimate gonna encroach upon Spinks' position. It's only a matter of time.
Under some pressure. Oh my god, the knives are out!
Oh, no.
We get a knife fight. Big shank up to the prison yard. It's going to be Spinks coming out on top.
All right, Naf, I know you're Canadian, but I can't watch you back away from a fight like that. You were stuck in that knife fight. You were in that. You were in the shit. You got to commit to it.
No emotion, though. He's not too
no, he doesn't care either way.
Well, we got Team Liquid taking the pistol round, and we're going to see Mouz buy up into this. This is Twist making his solo adventure very effective. Yesterday, we got to see this one.
Why does he turn away?
Yeah.
You're in the knife battle.
Yeah, you had the up on him, too.
Yeah, he just swung. Go. He's hoping to get bailed out a little bit earlier.
He's like hoping maybe his teammate could rattle off a shot. All right, good buyback here for Mouz. You got the M4 for Spinks, MP9 out for Yimpad, and a great start for Torzsi, taking down his former in-game leader.
Ooh, and there's Spinks swinging off the Nertz contact. Big start for Mouz. 2 kills. Twist and Naf gonna put a little pressure over towards lane. That's Ultimate finding one back, so round not lost yet. And that's tons of damage onto Spinks, brought down to 24 health. So the round settles with 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock, and both teams assess their losses.
Yeah, Brolin getting the M4. Spinks realizes low in HP, gotta get rid of that. The Mouz just figuring out where to put their pieces. They decided to go all in on the A site, which is the wrong call that we can see, as Team Liquid gather up for the B finish.
Interesting to see such a heavy stack, but I mean, you can see the idea. As soon as they get over, they execute the push towards brackets. Brolin and Yimpad going to push down middle at the moment. It's a little bit late.
He's going to go through. He's actually made it into the site in time. Did he just get spotted? Doesn't matter!
What?
Okay, gets away with a double on the 5-7. That is ridiculous from Spinks, and now Twist has to clutch it. Inside of the site, bomb down in the fountain. And we have talked about Twist's stepping up, his individual performance getting better and better, unshackled by the burden of in-game leadership, but not this time, not this clutch. That is a ridiculous round from Spinks.
It really is. And I mean, he just gets there at the perfect moment. He drops that smoke and uses the cover to cross over and just gets lined up as they turn the corner. That's a filthy double kill with the 5-7. This is how it started. Torzsi with the opening kill, but Spinks, man. Oh, they line up right as they jump through as well. Brutal way to lose a round if you're Liquid after winning the pistol.
It looked like you were walking into a 3-round victory at the end there. You had 4 players on the CT side on the A site. As they're walking up Banana, you think, okay, maybe it's just even going to be a safe call. Spinks is low HP after being damaged early on, and he decides he knows he has the opportunity for a risk.
I'll be honest, I was surprised that Liquid didn't hear the footsteps when I was watching it live, when it actually happened. I was surprised that no one was really reacting to it. I mean, maybe he just killed the 2 players who did hear it. But there was a lot of things going on. Smokes popping, flashbangs going on.
I think there was even a chance that they spotted him jumping into first oranges as well there. But, you know, just a little bit of chaos at the end of the round.
Yeah, it happens.
Tech9's to respond here for Team Liquid. They can certainly have some potency in behind these. They're going to go for an apartments pop. A lot of utility available. Naf jumping out. It's going to be Torzsi. Clean. Oh, very clean with it. 3 kills coming in on the AK-47. And Torzsi nearly gets all 5. Just about stopped by Nerds at the end of the round, but stylish from Torzsi.
It's one of the great things he's got in his skill set. An Alper who's very, very strong on rifles as well. So Torzsi puts a solid round in here with a quad kill. Makes sure that this liquid investment of Tech 9s isn't going to do anything, cause no damage. That'll put a smile on your face. Torzsi gets the boys fired up. They got 2 rounds in a row. And Team Liquid going to be back to pistols, thinking about that fresh second round loss.
I mean, there's been a lot of cool storylines so far in Dallas. You know, the opening game of the competition, we got to see Team Liquid play against FaZe and obviously all the history between the players on those 2 rosters. But now we get a little bit of that as well. A very exciting game where Shuey gets to in-game lead against his former team.
And the era of IGL redemption as well. Hooksy got a little bit of it the last event. You know, all these IGLs coming back into things and being like, okay, IGLs still are important. You can't just throw a star player in here and say it's all good. So Shuey's on his redemption arc.
Yeah, and it's crazy to see. At the start of the year when Shuey was dropped from the roster, it was such a surprise to the Counter-Strike world, and we thought, okay, Mouz surely going to have a big drop-off. They got better, Jason, which is very surprising to see.
I think it's can be a little bit surprising that it's lasted. I think early on it may be not too surprising. You get that honeymoon period of a new IGL. You get 4 players who are all switched on 100% of the time because they're trying to help out their brand new IGL who's switching into the role. So it didn't surprise me they got out to a decent start. Didn't expect the event win at Cluj-Napoca. That's fair. But more than anything, I think the idea of Mouz right now for me is like, what do they look like going into the major? Because you come in as a new IGL, and that early stage can be easy and softened because you're working with the playbook that's already been built by the previous IGL, right? And after a few months of playing in competition and being at the top, you're going to have to adapt, add new things, change things around, bring in new, fresh stuff. And that's the question for me is, that feels like that moment is coming around right now as the major looms around the corner where you might see Mouz struggle a little bit. But we haven't seen it yet, to be fair. Yeah. But I'm kind of interested in seeing if there is going to be a dip in form, especially as Dallas goes on.
Team Liquid back to rifles. Mouz let Liquid go through some initial utility in Banana. Wait till that phases out and throw their own util back. Exertion severed off from his teammate. Still going to get away with a double kill, and he's standing tall. Eventually taken down by Twist, but Exertion with a lot of effort put in that.
Yeah, it's actually really nice trading from both teams, really. Exertion with his double kill off of Brolin's death, but then the Liquid players trading them back and forth. So 2 for 2 top Banana. I don't think Liquid's going to be too upset with that. Happy to play the 3v3 with a minute left on the clock. Naf has not been too aggressive over in Boiler. He's been playing it passively, so doesn't have information of brackets. And the real issue might be the utility that they can bring in. You need a smoke over at Small Pit to block off Torzsi. Molotov at the half wall for Yimpat.
Oh, straight through the head. Twist just gets splattered. Now Ultimate putting pressure into the pit with that Molotov onto Yimpat. He's going to have to change his position up. He has got the support of Torzsi. Naf gets his first kill of the map so far with 20 seconds left inside of the site. Torzsi hunkers down.
Making sure things are safe, tapping, seeing if anyone's going to jump on through. Liquid being very cautious, which is giving Torzsi... Oh, he can stop this. He can stop this through the smoke.
Well, waiting for the plant to go down. Not going to take the shot. And so Ultimate is given a shot to win this clutch. A 1v2, difficult, and Spinks will deny it.
Nice round from Spinks. Actually, a nice round from Team Liquid as well that they get in that 3v3. Not a badly played round from both teams. But Mouz coming out on top thanks to the excellent shooting of Torzsi, the timely rotation from Spinks. They've got a 3-round lead on CT side Inferno.
Yeah, and Torzsi's off to an absolute heater here as well. 10-2 so far. Spinks has already had a number of impactful moments. 5-7-1 springs to mind. Now Impact on the A rotation. And once again, the old familiar sting for Team Liquid of having to go down to a weaker buy. You've got 3 pistols, 2 Galils. And Ultimate steps up into mid with a Deagle, just creeping. No peek yet.
Well, there's a huge stack here. Spinks and Torzsi on Rap side. They'll need a smoke to block this off. They've got one. It's just going to be a flashbang, which means Torzsi gets a clean first look.
Yeah, he's not falling back all the way because he has Spinks beside him. And out of the cubby, Spinks is revealed. And Team Liquid shut down. It's just Shuhei. A couple of seconds into the round, solo 1v5, retreats away from top mid. And currently Mouz in full control.
Okay, let's think about what worked for Team Liquid yesterday on Inferno's T side against FaZe. A lot towards the B bomb site, a heavy lean towards there, which not super surprising for Inferno, and especially a game like this where it looks like A has been closed a couple of times back-to-back rounds. Might want to investigate and flirt with that B bomb site. Nerds was successful in Banana with opening kills. We had a couple of rounds of Twist, that really fast, aggressive play up middle towards brackets, basically a rush to try and find one engagement and back off.
Yeah.
There's a couple different things they can throw into the mix, but at the moment they're getting stopped by everything. And the problem now is, as Torzsi continues to have impact more and more with the AWP, and as he builds momentum into this game, he's going to be more and more mobile. So if you're Team Liquid, you have all these cool pieces, but now you also have to consider you've got an Opper playing really, really well, landing his shots, who's going to start moving around the map and being quite a nuisance to figure out where he's going to be and how he's going to ruin your day.
Team Liquid also had the added benefit of playing against a team yesterday that had two standards.
Yes.
The Liege had a very tough game as well. Caught a lot of bad timings and have a great time on the B bomb site. Obviously dealing with skulls as well. Different beast now for Team Liquid today playing against Mouz.
Liquid showed a lot of different looks and timings and hits at that B bomb site yesterday against FaZe, but you only get that if you get banana control successfully, and that's been a hard thing for them to obtain without sustaining too many losses. So Shuhei is going to go towards Banana now. Preemptive smoke, he steps in front of it at the logs. Torzsi peering down middle. And just now, Liquid get that control for free, but not in halls.
Impact going to come out on top of the opening kill. Brolin on the cleanup. Barrels through two, now tries to get back behind cover. Had utility out in the open, and so Twist able to respond. Mouz still 3v2, player advantage. Smoke's coming in. Twist still makes the most out of it, though, as Team Liquid 2v2.
You can see that miscommunication, though. Twist and Ultimate both throwing a smoke towards CT spawn. Not a huge deal, but they might want that back a little bit later on in this 2v2.
Look how much utility the two remaining players from Mouz have as well. Yimpat's getting closer and closer to the church.
No one's watching for the wraparound through coffins. Twist is well exposed.
Yimpat's going to use that molly for new box. And then Yimpat goes down. Torzsi has to clutch it. He has been lights out so far. Repositioning very quickly. Going back to try and find Ultimate, who cowers in dark. Oh, Torzsi knows exactly where you are, and he hunts him down, finds him in the darkness, and gives Mouz a 6th. That is huge for Torzsi, and yet another impactful round out of the Hungarian.
I mean, I think Torzsi might have heard the desk conversation about is he a top 5 Opera or not, because he's coming into this one acting like it's personal. This is a disgusting performance, and that's a brilliant clutch filled with confidence. No second guessing what's on his mind, what he reads instinctually. Torzsi just hustles into it. And it's going to start feeling cruel if you're Shuhei, because you're the in-game leader who joined Mouz and gave Torzsi a new lease on life. And now he's rejuvenated and burying you here on Inferno. 6-1. First time out used by Mouz. Maybe just to let him think about the clutch they lost.
A lot of these close rounds now going the way of Mouz, getting incredibly frustrating for Team Liquid, I'm sure, on this T side. Well, they can often do their best work on Inferno. Best case scenario now is a tied half, and it doesn't really look like that's going to be a possibility. Shuhei sitting in the flames at the top of Banana. Here comes the peek from Exertion, and Shuhei's going to grab the opener. Although the pressure is still on here, two players staying committed. Shuhei's going to get a follow-up kill, and now they know there has to be just one left.
Yeah, they do. Smoke down towards coffins. Naf has another. Spinks up on top. Tough to get a multi-kill from this position. It's Shuhei again. A huge round from the IGL. Shuhei does it from the front. Triple kill to get Liquid their second.
Yeah, and even on that lurk as well, Naf in the middle of all that chaos got one kill in the apartment. So Torzsi's just going to hang on to the AWP. No heroics for him in this round.
And there's no reason to hunt if you're Liquid as well. Your money isn't set in anyway, so you don't want to lose any of these AK-47s. Torzsi should be just fine with no real issues of hanging on to the op, although Naf feeling frisky. Stepping up the stairs. Here comes the swing. Torzsi looks away and moves off the angle, but when he comes back, Naf's already here, and that's unfortunate timing for Torzsi. Maybe the first thing that's gone against him in this half.
Yeah, well, that's Shuey coming into his own there in that round, really taking matters into his own hands as he goes up through Banana. Kill after kill as he chops them down. He got all 3 B defenders.
Another one of these in-game leaders lately that's coming into style, that's just a space-taking IGL, likes being aggressive, likes getting some openings, likes calling from the front. He wants to make sure he's the one dictating the pace and the timing of the attack. And this is a really well put together round.
I got scared. Bro, this time.
Oh, jump scare for Torzsi. All right, feeling a little nervous.
Well, this is something you mentioned just a round ago, is Twist yesterday getting a lot of these quick plays up mid and applying the pressure, but unfortunately for Twist, he takes damage down through that mid smoke. He's left on 13 HP, but they're going to accelerate.
And the AWP is here as well, so maybe the HP doesn't matter, but no one's watching for Torzsi. Oh, smoked off just at the perfect moment. Good shout from Jimmy, excuse me. There's the shot from Nertz, and the hit is on.
Yeah, it's going to be Nertz to follow up as well. Space into the library. And Team Liquid bailing out with the advantage. Spink is going to take that back, though. Nertz caught. Minute 8 seconds left. And damage goods here for Team Liquid as they try and get towards the B bomb site, but their lurk is gone. Twist is removed. And now they know they can focus on the final attack into the B site. Spinks is holding the cross, and they line right up for him.
They would have never thought he had the timing to get into that position. They would have been looking deep towards CT spawn for the rotation. Mouz playing a really good game, and that attack had some strength behind it. A couple of kills, you've exposed Rap's side, you've forced all the rotations, just Liquid couldn't get out clean. Good job from Nertz, builds upon it a little bit more. But Spinks does a great job. in his capacity as a rotator, right? Falls back to the CT spawn, gets his kills, goes back to the B bomb site, closes out the round. Beautiful work.
Yeah, I think you've just given the Twitch chat their next
I know, their next name when he misses a shot. I apologize for that.
Exertion's going to open things up with Shuey to fall. So not able to replicate his success from a couple of rounds ago straight away. Shuffle of the weapons, and his ultimate will give the AWP to the low HP of Nertz.
Well, blocked off by smoke for the moment. Just a matter of time, it feels, though, where Torzsi's going to find his defensive smoke now. And you've heard the Galil ring out, so you know Brackets is possessed by Team Liquid. Nertz is walking towards the half wall. You've got Brolin and Exertion defending B. Torzsi, Spinks, and Yimfat over at the A bomb site. And Liquid, it looks like, is waiting for Nertz to have some contact. Let him be the one to try and create something with the AWP. Peeking into the B bomb site, low HP, low risk. It's gone the other way, and all you have left now is to walk into Spinks' waiting arms.
Yeah, well, he doesn't get anything done this time. Yimpat under a little bit of pressure, getting spammed down, but he still gets away with one, and he'll go out again. Twist taking him down this time. Torzsi not able to connect with the AWP. Tries to cover some ground with the USP instead. Twist puts the bomb down. Naf in the crossfire, and the Canadians, they look to step up together.
This is all on Naf, though. Twist has a headshot angle with low HP, but if Naf goes down, it's impossible for Twist. He's got nowhere to go after the fact.
Naf, damage done. And a kill collected on Brolin. Twist realizes stepping up to the fight. Now Exertion comes in, and so close, but yet so far as Twist celebrates an important third-round victory.
Yeah, fist bump as he hits the shot. He absolutely had to with no HP. He was dead if he misses the headshot, so nice clutch and a good 2v3 played by Naf and Twist, working together in tandem inside the bomb site. That's really well done. Tough round for Team Liquid. Every round they've won has felt tough, has felt labored. Mouz has given them no freebies today. Two bullets as well at the end for Twist to nail that 1v1. Money is finally running out for Mouz, but they've got another opening kill. Torzsi alleviates some of that pressure.
Yeah, as long as he's got the AWP, you know, you're not too worried if you're Mouz. He's 17-4 now off the back of that opener. Let's see if Mouz can convert this into their 8th round win. Team Liquid applying pressure towards A now. quite committed, and it's ultimate to respond. At least one kill back. Brolin can't get away. Shuhei spams him down.
Critical, another 3v3 though. Seen a lot of these in this half so far, and there's still 2 more defenders at the A bomb site. Scratch that, make it 3.
Yeah,
Torzsi sliding into library.
Now arriving back. Naf is still waiting patiently for his time to come out on the balcony.
You will not expect this. You killed 2 in middle, 2 in pit, and 1 in library after the fact. That's insanity.
Well, ultimate. Ooh, will we see Yimpat? Naf is going to go down, so Yimpat actually wins that fight. Now, you know that Yimpat's there, but you're not expecting Spinks. You have to trade that. Ultimate does so, but here's Torzsi, and the shot will close the round.
But Naf starts that because they've killed 2 at A, and he thinks he has maybe an opportunity to kind of slide out. One person has a lot to watch. You have to worry about lane. You can maybe get a fortunate timing. It looks silly when there's 2 players in pit still, but there's no reason for Naf to think that's the situation.
Last chance here for Team Liquid to grab another round. And it's not a pretty situation. They've got 2 Galils, a Mac 10, a Deagle, and Tech 9.
Doesn't really matter what they've got. Torzsi has an op, which means this is going to be a hard round, and you're going to pay the Torzsi tax.
Well, he's waiting it short. He's going to miss the first opportunity. So the tax avoidance straight away. They found a scheme, Jason. We'll hit the pause button. They've got the brackets. They know they've forced the Alper to go back.
But look at the difference in the game yesterday. Like Mouz has done such a good job of setting the signal that like Banana is just not an option for you. The B bomb site is not something you can win.
Exertion notes are coming towards him. Here's the steps. Gets into the corner, and Spinks will combine with him. So in the end, it is a convincing half for Mouz. A strong finish led by their Hungarian sniper. It is ultimate to fall last, and a 9-3 scoreline. The first outing of Shuhei versus his old squad is all coming up Mouz.
And all them blue lights keep me up at night. Follow you to the dark. I know all them blue lights keep me up at night. I'm gonna follow the spark. Paved roads to my door. Had to leave.
It's Torzsi Tuesday here at the Intel Extreme Masters, and he's doing a little bit of everything. He's clutching 1v2s, he's getting opening picks, he's destroying you in the mid-round. He's 20-4, Dinko, in the first half against Team Liquid. He's got Mouz up to a 9-3 lead.
Torzsi Tuesdays, that's going to be a national holiday, I think, at this point, because he is just stomping on them. This is crazy. Spinks is also right beside him, and, you know, we'd be talking about Spinks' performance if it wasn't for the Opera. I mean, he's 15-6. He had that huge 5-7 round that really broke a lot of the early momentum from Team Liquid.
Well, I mean, you talked about the confusion around that Shuhei move, the dropping at the start of the year by Mouz. I think equally people were a little scratching their heads by Spinks wanting to get out of Vitality so emphatically, choosing not to play with ZywOo, which seems crazy, and it's in isolation, but obviously...
It's kind of worked out for
yeah, I know,
everyone.
It hasn't really gone bad, has it? Can't really be too upset about it at the moment.
All right, plenty of utility here for Mouz in this pistol round. They're going to be shaping up for an A hit. There's currently 3 defenders here from Team Liquid. Naf with Joe Beretta stepping up into the apartment's peak, but he got spotted by Yimpat, so it's Twist instead. He only gets 1. Ultimate also only getting 1, so that's not enough from the A defense. And we've got Mouz 3v2.
Oh, I do. Okay, Nertz started walking, so Brolin won't hear the footsteps. He's got Shuhei coming from CT spawn. Nertz is going to take the long route over towards Halls to try and put together this 2v3. They do not have a kit currently picked up, so it's got to be relatively fast.
They got to be quite speedy. Nertz still taking his time, has to ship a lot of ground to gain inside of the apartments. Brolin also spotting out the library players. There's the secret now, though. Nertz is at Boiler. So now they've got to get a move on. Got to sprint in, but Shuhei getting caught. Nertz left in a 1v2, and lack of kit, lack of time. It's all about kills here for Nertz, and he's jumping into the bomb site. He's got the headshot, but has he got the time? He's going to stick it all the way. Holding it all the way with the no kit on his back. It's an ambitious effort, and yeah, definitely not time.
I do like it. I do like it. I like that he went for the defuse regardless. Maybe this time it would have changed.
Yeah, you know, maybe the defuse is faulty. You got like an extra 5 seconds on it, Jason.
Yeah, it's a nice jump up though. Stylish final kill from Nertz.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It was definitely an impressive shot at the end of the
That's
league.
an early swing from Naf, right? Like, we all know that feeling of playing balcony when that hit comes in, that pop out of Halls, and you want to catch them just as they're coming through that choke point, and unfortunately, Naf thought the swing was coming to like a second or two too early. Swings into a really awkward fight.
Nice Jimmy ball.
2 MP9s, 3 pistols. Not pretty here for Team Liquid as Mouz, with the pistol round victory, are sailing towards an Inferno win. Train up next. Feels like we're going there pretty soon.
Excited for that one. We'll see if Liquid can do anything to delay that inevitability. Brolin gonna chuck out utility. Naf again on the balcony, 5-7 in hand. Eats the flash halfway, but can't handle Jimmy and Spinks coming out Halls, and now they've got a great angle into the bomb site. And that's about how she goes. Mouz up to 11, and Shuhei's gonna fall through the smoke. Yeah, this map has just fallen flat. Felt like it had fireworks written all over it.
At least for the first couple of rounds,
Yeah.
it was pretty exciting as well, but yeah, it's been all Mouz so far.
Well, it's been a relatively quiet production down the roster of names of Team Liquid. Like, we saw Shuhei have a solid series as an IGL yesterday against FaZe, but down the stretch he was having some massive rounds, both openings on T side and good holds on CT sides. Naf has been struggling in this game, which has become far too frequent. We see his struggles. Ultimate as well is a little bit quiet here. So I think there's some individuals on the Team Liquid side that have not really truly activated, have not come in and played a great game so far. Maybe that changes on map 2, but I think that's why we're seeing an 11-3 scoreline.
That and everybody, you know, you want from Mouz showed up.
Yeah, the other side of the coin is
Yeah.
Torzsi's having an incredible game, Spinks is having an incredible game, and then as we know from Mouz, the other 3 players are like, they're just solid. They're just rock solid, and they're going to be there. So 12-3.
Map point secured very quickly.
And I think this is like probably the next big issue for Liquid, you know, with this major run is going to be important of where this lineup eventually goes next. They've been in a long process, it feels, of rebuilding coming out of COVID and trying to get a lineup that works and a lineup that is even just stable at times.
Yeah, they've had a lot of players coming in and out of the Liquid camp. Well, coaches. You know, a lot of the moves from Liquid, every time they make a move, it feels exciting. Like that's the crazy part is like they're bringing in players.
It's the org power. It's like G2 and FaZe as well. Like no matter what their team is, we're still going to be talking about them.
Yeah, but even the moves that they've tried that haven't worked, like the Cadian move at the time. You know, Cadian was a hot in-game leader prospect coming out of Heroic. You bring Twist in. It's like it's super exciting. It doesn't work out. Twist in-game leader started really strong, and then we realized they had already hit the ceiling. Yeah, it's been a frustrating time for Liquid. A lot of changes here and there to try and get back to where they want to be.
Well, the most recent change is Shuhei coming into this lineup, meant to be the guy to get him to that next level, to break through that glass ceiling. Ultimate peering down mid, good snap over. Might be the first time we've seen him come out on top of the op duel. Torzsi taken down early. And a 5-on-4 for Liquid's first gun round.
It's got to be perfect from here on in. Ultimate plays under the porch. It's another kill from the AWP. And you'll follow up again. Ultimate, here we go. This is more like it. Go and get them all. Ultimate with 5. Roland, get him rolling.
That's nice. Yeah, you love to see that. It might not have huge impact at the end of the day on the outcome of this match, but obviously, as we talk about in blowouts, it's nice to get a round like that just so you can have some confidence going into the next map, going into the break between inside the series. So good sequence from Ultimate, showing a little bit of a flash, but definitely too little too late. Not specifically him, but Liquid in general. 4-12, you need 8 rounds in a row.
Kill from Nerds down through the banana smoke. And a lot of damage done as well onto Brolin. In terms of how to open up a round, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, unconfirmed on Brolin, but he's certainly going to be pleased at the end of the day. Mouz kind of stuck a little bit. All 4 players huddled up together. Looked like they wanted to go take banana, but another smoke at the half wall gives them other ideas, something to do in the meantime while that smoke fades. So Brolin spreads make Mouz a little bit bigger of a team on the map as he throws smoke left mid. A little bit of a fake for bracket control, denies information, and tries to set up a late B hit.
Another piece of impact here from Nerds. Oh, shredding them in the banana hold. We got Brolin low because of the early damage done from Nerds as well. He's got the AWP pinned up looking into the pit. 40 seconds on the clock. Bomb shifting its way back over towards A. They're going to give this a good go. Brolin taking Twist because he overextended into the open. And so that could be a kill that could cost him. And here comes Naf from the pit, looking to clean up the mess. And that's exactly what Naf will do.
Yeah, careful though. I think Torzsi saw that jiggle peek. He had maybe a quarter of a second to get that shot lined up. And with the way Torzsi's been playing, that could have been the end of the day. 5-12, Liquid stay alive off the back of Nerds opening kill, opening damage, and good mid-round play. Here's that first kill through the smoke. Plenty of damage on Brolin afterwards, but the flashbang from Shuhei to activate the half wall fights. Stellar work from Nerds.
Oh! That's nice. Well, Xertion gets responded to immediately by Shuhei, but it was a great opener.
I did not expect that.
No.
That one caught me off guard. All right, well, Twist and Naf going to start peeking down brackets to recover the situation. Good nade onto Torzsi. He steps into the open, goes down.
Yes, indeed he does.
But they've gotten out in towards pit. Brolin's going to follow up with the bomb. Actually, a little bit of a crisis situation. Liquid's not aware. Now Twist knows and reacts in kind, and the bomb no longer has a foothold to follow up on. So 6 for Liquid, and Mouz will not be getting a plant.
Nope, they will not. And Brolin's just gonna hang around.
All right, Dinker, what are you reading? Fake comeback, or is this the real deal?
Cosmetic.
Cosmetic?
Yeah, cosmetic comeback. We can see a couple extra rounds here, and Mouz eventually get it done. But I think that's a positive, though, for Liquid. I think that's pretty good. You know, you get some rounds secured at the end instead of just getting absolutely blanked in the second half.
Yeah, you give yourself something to talk about moving forward.
Get a feel for it, get a couple CT rounds.
Well, 3 rounds in a row for Team Liquid. They need 6 more. Losing bonus is building for Mouz as they pick up AK-47s. There's no op in play for Torzsi on this T side of Inferno. Cyclone sending out some marching orders to get his team back in their groove, back in the rhythm. Yeah,
boom.
That's
a quick reaction, some exertion. Look at that. Pixel perfect. Just about in this crossout. X marks the spot. Could be here now, though. That Mouz closed it out. Demars DeRover, were very vocal, standing behind the Liquid squad during that timeout.
I wonder if he's having fun stepping in as a coach.
Probably not in this game.
I want to ask him.
You can walk
Next
up to him
time I
right
see
after
him.
this. Just
Yeah.
jump over the balcony.
Next time I see him.
Nert's just going to be waiting in behind the sandbags. Grenades going over the top, and we got Nert's hiding. Grenade landing on top of his head, and Nert's is still alive. And actually, with that opening kill, and how uncomfortable Mouz felt about going around the corner, they call it off, and they go back into the mid play instead.
Yeah, but there's a Halls set up from Ultimate and NAF. They've got to break it up now. They've got to be really, really careful. They're hearing the noise, hearing the utility in middle. Ultimate misses a shot. They get a little bit closer.
Yeah, but he's dropped down. He's changed the position. He doesn't miss that one. He just doesn't do enough damage to bring down his opponent. The Torzsi will bear it down upon him with AK bullets. NAF looking to step up from the balcony. Twist combining with him. And that's more like it from Team Liquid. 4 players staying up against the full buy of Mouz.
Yeah, there we go. The team's waking up down deep in the roster on the scoreboard. NAF with a good round. Ultimate, even with a couple misses, is able to have some impact. Saw him with the ace earlier. So you're getting some of those pieces for Liquid starting to do good things for you. Good defense from NAF. Jimmy was going to take down Ultimate with the ult. And the Molotov to boot after the fact. NAF just ensures there's going to be no plant possible. Now the lead cut to 5.
Nertz is starting to feel it in Banana. Confident, charging down, getting 2 headshots. And even shooting his own teammate.
This has been such a good sequence for Team Liquid. It's one of those situations you almost like kind of feel bad because you're like the first half was so rough that even though this looks great, the comeback, like you have to come back 9 rounds in a row. Like you can accidentally fall into a round win if you're Mouz during that stretch.
Yeah, that's the problem is if it's 11 rounds, then at least you have that one extra little buffer between you.
All right, well, things looking okay so far. So at 8, we'll see what Mouz decide to do moving forward. It'll be another gun round as the losing bonus is completely built up now. Even without the plants, they're going to be all fine with money. It's a little bit awkward, but shouldn't be any issue.
Nope. Shuei is going to clean up 1, and Twist will grab the second. So we're looking at 12 to 8. 4 rounds back, and we've got Team Liquid bringing us to overtime.
Torzsi had 20 kills at halftime. He's now at 24, so cooled off on this T side. As we know, sometimes offers can struggle to get. Yeah, he's definitely. He had his moments though. Great first half. He's got an op on the T side now. We'll see what he can do with it. But Nert's starting to be real confident and assertive. NAF's had some crafty plays in chaotic situations. Ultimate op stepping up at the right time. Both teams throwing deep Molotovs down and up middle to prevent any peek from the opposing team. Twist wanted a flash peek down middle and he would have had a kill, but the Molotov kept him at bay. Ultimate's gonna have a chance here. Smoked off though. Molotov to disrupt timings as he falls back. But step 1 accomplished for Mouz. Bracket control and forcing the defense away. Now step 2 to regain control of Banana.
Exertion quietly creeping into the site, but now that fight comes down, it's Shuei to lose the... And we've got Mouz as a player up with 45 seconds left. Could this be the close to Inferno? Nertz has been so good, but not this time. Not enough impact from that B defense, and all 3 remaining Liquid players are on A.
Yeah, Ultimate just got a kill, so they know the extra player, that third player who would have been there, is on the other side of the mat. Jimmy's gone for a long flank, so Twist is going to be occupied with him for some time. Ultimate and Nerds coming in and trying to make a miracle happen.
Well, the 2 players in Ruins are incredibly low, but it doesn't matter when the shots connect. Just too much done in that first half for Mouz. And Team Liquid, a few extra rounds here in the second half, but it will be Mouz to come out on top.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you see the CT side and you're like, this could have been something cool, but nothing happening on the offensive side of things for Team Liquid, and that's it done. A statement game from Torzsi, 25-10. The offer of Mouz was relentless, and he's got them a map 1 victory. Oh, absolutely. The number 3 best team in the world. Only losing to number 1 and number 2. Trend that doesn't look like it's going to change today. Naf spots one out, but doesn't want the fight immediately. Trying to gather some information. There's one. He likes that duel against the Glock, but backs away.
He's stepping up into the open. Long peek down the brown holes.
He's trying to keep track of numbers and progress so they can have a good read of the situation, and he's done a pretty damn good job of it. Mouz don't seem to want to aggress upon the position. Spinks close towards low ramp, looking for that follow-up peek. 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. Torzsi and Brolin have utility out towards T-Main, but that'll be a fake.
Naf has been waiting for this strike, but here comes Spinks right around that corner, and not a chance in hell for Naf to even react.
And now you fall back and you just go pop dog off that kill. That's the easy finishing play.
And Shuei's going to wait side of the smoke, walking into the open, tapping away at the chest. Shuei's going to come out on top, but Impact to trade it. And Twist now alone,
Damn.
1v3. Oh, he's still got 1 headshot in him. But he's taking so much damage on board.
Yeah, these better be instantaneous shots. This is about as close to an impossible clutch as you can get, especially in the train yard with so many angles. Jimmy's got it. Triple kill in the pistol, and Mouz gets started on train.
And Team Liquid will see if they decide to go for the force, but this is the opening kill though. Spinks just wrecking Naf.
It's a hard position to play, it feels like, for that extended amount of time if you're not constantly like jiggling and peeking and seeing exactly where they are. You're playing this like cold position. He had Nerds as well, who was up at the corner like watching down towards Pop Dog at the angle, so like you can't even really fall back anywhere. Pretty tough setup to make work. Shuei's gonna push in, beats the Molotov into Pop. Twist as well, waiting to push into the flames. And here's the crunch, here's the pinch, and Spinks trying to get out.
Yeah, Spinks turning back. Shuei gonna be taken down, and Spinks gonna look for the follow-up as Nerds continues to push in towards him. Team Liquid losing members rapidly as it falls just to Naf. And he's over towards Ivy with the scout.
Yeah, they were so prepared for that aggression to continue. Really well done from Mouz, not taking a whole lot of damage to the push through Pop and the push up lower ramp. Naf, the last one left, with not much to do.
And he's been spotted as well. Torzsi peeks out into the open. Naf will still get the pick.
Still very early on in terms of Liquid's experience on Train. They played this once back at Pro League, but that was with JKS in the roster before Shuhei joined. So the first time with their new in-game leader that they'll be playing Train. And we're going to see what things he's changed and what he's brought to the T side, what kind of ideas he's brought to start out some CT rounds. We were having the debate on where Naf's going to play.
Yeah, so far we've seen it towards B and Pistol, Ivy in the last round.
It's either going to be Ivy or Inner.
So full outside play stack right now for Liquid. They got all 5 players here. A couple upgraded pistols.
Mouz ain't scared of it. Look at them just continuing to slide into angles, clear things out.
Grenade's going to be good too.
Yep, absolutely perfect. Breaks the smoke. They get a deep line of vision, spotting plenty of players out, and Liquid not able to do anything. Nerds, the last one left with a deagle, and Exertion confidently slides into the fight. 3-0, guns come out now for CT side.
Yeah, you see immediately the AWP is going to be picked up. It's going to be thrown over to Ultimate's hands. The previous map we were talking all about Torzsi's big CT performance with the sniper. Ultimate's hoping for a similar performance himself here.
Yeah, 20-4 Torzsi in the first half of Inferno on the CT side. Absolutely filthy performance. And that's what Liquid's trying to overcome, is getting buried by Torzsi's op in map 1.
Their CT side on Inferno looked much better than that of the T side. They started to get the ball rolling a little bit.
Had some juice to it, didn't it?
Yeah, Nertz in particular was playing very well, and he's the man pushing into a teammate right now, getting involved in a fight against Exertion, doing damage, but going down as Nertz sticks around the smoke. Exertion hunts down that kill despite the low HP.
Well, here comes a crunch. Smoke fades. Thankfully was replenished. Exertion with that low health gonna come through the smoke. Flashbang's perfect.
Shuei's waiting. Exertion coming up first. Naf is actually getting away with multiple kills here. Shuei's gonna chime in eventually on the impact, and we're looking at Spinks and Torzsi left 2v3. Make that 1v3 for Spinks, and he's just not ready for the twist push.
Okay, there we go. Good start to the Liquid defense. Not able to recover the AWP from Ultimate, so they'd have to reinvest in that, but they don't have money in this round. Another buy coming in for Mouz.
Yeah, one which will have an AWP. It's for Torzsi coming out. This is Naf outside.
Yeah, really tough to deal with as well when you have Naf peeking deep. You have Shuhei up close as well. That's a nice setup that Liquid's able to execute off the Nertz aggression to shut down the attack.
So Naf is going to be the Ivy player then.
Yeah, Twist going inside.
Shuei going through the fire into the pop dog.
They want to split. They want to set up this aggression again. This split towards inner. Nertz is joined up with Twists. They've got control and they're in position, but nobody from Mouz yet has stepped forward into the trap.
Naf waiting for the Ivy peek, and then he pulls a grenade just as the peek comes in, so he gets caught hands busy. Impact to follow up on that gap, and Ultimate to topple on the bomb trade.
Oh, all due to the timing of Naf's nade as he just shifts out. That's rough. And you can't go for anything. The other three members of your defense have aggressed on the other side of the map, so there's no reaction available to them.
1 minute on the clock.
That's the worst eventuality for Team Liquid.
Well, A bomb site completely populated. And Team Liquid cowering away to try and hang on to the 3 saved rifles here. We're looking at 4-1 on the T side. A strong start again from Mouz. And that was the problem over on Inferno. We talked about how the second half looked okay from Liquid. Started to show you some signs of a potential comeback, but there wasn't enough done in the first half to allow it to actually matter. No
space to work with in the second half, so that's something that absolutely cannot happen here on Train, but the start is a foundation for that similar situation. It'll be 4-1, and Mouz looking relentless. Plenty of time left in the bomb.
Yeah, the hunt is certainly on right now. Nertz looks like he's not going to be able to keep his. He's isolated from his teammates. They're coming close. Brolin creeping in behind.
Oh, they're all 3 dead.
Oh, this is it. The lineup coming in. The mow down from Brolin. No mercy whatsoever. Team Liquid saved nothing.
Yeah, they shrunk the save too much. They weren't spread out anymore, watching for those pushes and those flanks. And Mao's able to just creep in on him all the way through the bomb timer. There's the first kill, the build off of Ultimate jumping up onto the train. Good double kill from Jimmy. And Brolin hits the sick timing for an easy spray down. Lots of celebrations. It's a big triple kill at the end. It takes so many guns away. The money isn't there for Team Liquid, so a Hero M4 picked up by Twist. And that's the only rifle they'll have in the round.
Great shot from Torzsi, flicking down onto Ultimate. Shuei gone as well. And that one rifle is about to be alone on the server. And it's gone.
Oh my God.
Okay, Spinks.
Get out of my face.
Oh, dude, they're so warmed up. They're so crisp. This is really tough right now for Liquid. Mouz are firing all cylinders. 8-2 for Spinks. 6-2 on Exertion right now. Gotta get to see this again.
Now this shot from Spinks is gross after the spray.
Oh, bang into that bang on the E-box.
2 bullets.
Final bullets.
Oh, that's the one? 2 bullets to get that headshot. That ain't bad at all. Got his whole team hyping him up for good reason. Spinks lurked out of Team Mid and catches Nertz, who's killless in this map. 0-7.
Spinks low, doesn't matter, still going to walk forward, still going to get his kill, and he's not stopping. Spinks unleashed. Ultimate, oh, gets a good timing as Spinks looks away, preoccupied by other issues. Doesn't matter though, Team Liquid getting destroyed.
Yeah, well, I mean, your A main defender has 0 kills on Nertz, and we've seen him get aggressive a couple of times, but it's going to be really tough to stem the tide of anything fast if you're not able to get any production in that position. And Spinks having himself a game, but also after that shot we see this round, look at the confidence in these guys, like coming out mid, coming through the smoke. Like Spinks has no fear pushing all the way down, looking for a fight with 2 HP. Mouz is just hitting a stride here that Liquid can't handle, and it just keeps getting worse. Kills in garbage time for Twist. Good job hanging on to the M4. But not going to have any impact on the outcome of the round of the match. Plenty of money over on the Mouz side of things to sustain those losses. All 4 dead players right around 10,000 in the bank.
He may pay us half here.
Timeout needed and called for by Liquid. Down by 5. And you're getting beat across the map. Your inner aggression has not worked. Mouz has handled that just fine. They've been able to have success fast-paced outside. They've been able to have success walking and creeping Ivy on NAF. If you're Liquid, you're desperately trying to think of solutions to some of these problems. Is there a second player I can pull over? Does someone have a piece of utility to activate me for this kind of a play? So Mouz will come back into this in complete control. Money built up behind them, up in the hands of Torzsi, going up against pistols and 1 saved AK-47.
Rainy day for Liquid. Exertion. Pushing out in towards Olaf. Shuhei, the first victim of the round. Torzsi to make sure that it's a quick, clean kill. Long-range fights for Brolin, getting a little bit awkward. A lot of targets eventually overwhelming him. Nertz gets his first kill, at least in the 5-7.
Looked like there was a breath where that could have turned in the favor of Team Liquid, but just those rifles along that wall. We've seen that, I feel like, pretty much every anti-force or anti-low-buy. Like, Mouz is like very cautiously and patiently fighting from the choke points, but once they feel like they have the close space for it, they step up and just duel along the wall, just firing squad at range.
We got a double op setup coming out here for Team Liquid for the follow-up round here. Ultimate and NAF wielding them. Starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel here in the half. Wanting to get something going. Is this the key to unlock the comeback in the half? NAF going to be positioned at Ivy. Scope up, Yimpat, will he just walk into it? He crosses.
It's tagged as well. Tons of damage done by NAF. Jimmy not able to complete the kill on the exit. But that's the Ivy play pretty much done and played out. Jimmy can stick around as a late lurk if he wants, but Brolin's already shifted away. Mouz lined up to pressure the B bomb site. Jimmy sliding back towards teammate now. Brolin with the bomb joining up with his teammates in box halls. You've got Twist close up at upper ramp. And Nertz inside the bomb site.
Big swing from Twist into the open. Spinks.
No one's moved.
1 for 1, 50 seconds left of the clock, and it is only Nertz inside of the site here. His teammates haven't come to help him just yet. That rotation is starting to arrive, but they still need Nertz to step up. It's 1.5 from Nertz, and the rotate arrives. It's Ultimate to chime in. Torzsi's waiting for him to overextend into the open, but he double scopes just at the wrong time, and then NAF gets the angle on him, and Yimpat to drop. So the double up setup does work out, and we've got Team Liquid with their second.
That's the most chill Mouz round we've seen so far, right? The default spread, you have that Ivy play, everyone quietly walks back and joins up in box halls, but during that all that time, that like 30 seconds it takes from walk from Ivy all the way towards the box halls, there's nothing being done by Mouz, so Liquid just kind of take initiative, right? The flash peek upper for Twist. He's like, okay, it's been quiet across the map. Let's go find out what's happening. And then Mouz is playing from the back foot. Nertz does just enough to stay alive long enough for Ultimate to rotate over, but now all of a sudden you're punished again. Round 10, and Torzsi just puts you right back in the bin. You can't overstate how good Torzsi has been for Mouz today so far.
Ultimate trying to get that pick over towards Ivy, unable to do it, so Spinks steps out onto B, catches Twist looking the wrong way. There was a blind spot in heaven, and Twist was completely exposed to it. The impact catching Shuhei, trying to make the risky maneuver forward through the smoke. Look, every move is perfect right now for Mouz.
Let's just kind of talk about it how it is. This is gross. Liquid is clearly outmatched here on Train in a variety of different ways, both from individual decision-making, individuals plays available for Mouz, the team tactics. But remember, this is the first time they played it with Shuhei. And even before that, they only played it once in the past 3 months back at Pro League. So a very unimpressive, underwhelming showing from Liquid as team and individuals on Train, but clearly a map they have yet to put significant time into.
Yeah, clearly a big weakness though going forward in the tournament though.
Yeah, that's a good point. That'll be like maybe like this is putting them on notice of like, you better hurry up with that Train because everyone's seeing this and everyone's gonna start picking it against you.
Pretty early in the competition as well.
Anyone who's average on Train might just be swinging this one against you.
Well, this is the Group B upper bracket semi-final match, so winner straight to the playoffs. Loser down to the lower bracket.
Yeah, the lower bracket matchup to get that last spot. 3 teams from each group. 2 to the semifinals, 4 to the quarterfinals. It's the second timeout used by Team Liquid going into round 11, so 2 rounds remaining to try and change your fate. 2 MP9s and 3 M4s to a fully kitted out Mouz squad.
It's a double push through, pop into the fire. Spinks is ready for both. Ravages them as Mouz look to tip into 9. Snap to at least get 1 kill back here in Exertion. Coming through the smoke, that's a free offering to Twists. 3v3 somehow out of this. The impact getting caught, Nerf's doing damage, but too many targets and he couldn't finish off any of them.
An ugly spray, a clean first kill, maybe he gets a second. Mouz, they call it out, we can hear it in the studio.
Here we go, Naf. This is suddenly a big clutch offered up against Torzsi in the 1v1, and Naf is being quiet. But he somehow stayed alive in the corner, away from the fire, away from the flames, and Torzsi's out of there. He's just beelining it to the other side.
And even though the Molotov doesn't kill Naf, like what are you supposed to do? Like you were smoked off, so you no longer have any kind of vision. You can't go towards Ivy, he's not gonna be there. So you're just sat and wait until this bomb gets planted, and then it's like, great, I've gotta go find him in the other train yard. So good luck, and you know it's the AWP as well. Although Torzsi with Tech 9 senses Naf is low.
Oh, the amount of time that it's taking for Naf to get here as well. There's got to be so many different positions going through his mind. He's got some utility. Torzsi's coming back to the angle. Naf's going to molly out heaven. Looking for the ramp. Torzsi not showing anything, not giving it away. Now he knows where he is. Naf taps.
No kit.
Utility goes in. Molotov doesn't reach the position, but no kit on his back. Torzsi prevents the Naf clutch. And it's another round here for Mouz. It's hard fought in the end, but it's 9 on the board of the T side.
Yeah, this is rough. This is a tough game for Team Liquid. I think individually, again, just much like how we kind of talked on Inferno, I think instead of seeing that little bit of a comeback on Inferno where it's like, all right, now we're seeing them get warmed up, now they're switched on. Well, I think they went back to like cooled off in between the maps. Because it's a very similar feeling to Inferno where it's like, not only does it feel like you're kind of getting outbeaten, outpositioned, and outplayed tactically, individually some of these fights are looking a little bit gross for Team Liquid. And you're gonna have bad games, you know?
Yeah.
We're all gonna have them.
Pretty much everybody does. And this is certainly one of them for Liquid. Exertion. Grenade lands in his position, gets traded out by Mag 7.
Mouz is going to go towards Ivy, and this is the first time they've done this with this kind of numbers, and especially this late in the round. So it's kind of a cool play to bring out in the last round of the half. Naf is going to come be aware of the possibility. Tough angle to deal with.
Naf blinded as well. Oh, it's so rough. He gets into the corner for just a second longer, but Yinpat going to take him out. Ultimate looking to step up. He upgrades that Mag 7 into the AK-47.
They have time to pause and let Spinks play next.
Brolin, he's going to play next. He's going to step out into the open. It's going to be Ultimate to go down. Brolin searching out to a CT as well. Shuey taking a lick of damage, and Torzsi's going to grab that kill, leaving Twist alone. 1v3, and double figures about to be secured unless Twists can pull this back. Goes into the site, and it's denied. It's Brolin to round it out. A 10-2 scoreline in the first half of Train. Looking very good for Mouz.
Taking over control, can you feel it? Our body's moving closer, is it real? Trying to lose myself on the night shift, outside, yeah. Baby, can you feel me? Can you try it? I'm ready to move for the night, yeah. Trying to lose myself on the night shift, outside, yeah. Taking over control, can you feel it? Our bodies moving closer, is it real? Trying to lose myself on the night shift, outside, yeah. Alright. Baby, can you feel me? Come and try it. I'm ready to move for the night, yeah. Trying to lose myself on the night shift, outside, yeah. Taking over control, can you feel it? Our bodies moving closer, is it real? Trying to lose myself on the night shift, outside, yeah. Baby, can you feel me? Can you try it? I'm ready to move for the night, yeah. Trying to lose myself on the night shift, outside, yeah. Taking over control, can you feel it? Our bodies moving closer, is it real? Trying to lose myself on the night shift, outside, yeah.
Progression into the playoff setup here for Mouz. 10-2 as they lead the way going into the second half. Only a couple rounds away from the playoffs in Dallas.
Yeah, it might be coming quick, that qualification. Let's see what kind of liquid we're going to get in the second half. They very well could just be checked out. I mean, it just could be a kind of a sleeping while you're on your feet kind of a situation for Team Liquid. And I don't know, it's hard to blame them after the Torzsi on map 1, after the way Train has gone in this opening half. We've just been completely lost and fooled and outplayed every sense and every step of the way.
Yeah.
Nothing positive for Team Liquid to hang their hat on today.
Well, Torzsi stepping out into IV is going to run right by Naf, who just gets himself up on top.
What's that about?
On that little yellow bin.
All right, guys. Rein it in. It's only the pistol round.
Yeah, they want to speed run their way into the playoffs here. Jewel Beretta is out, gunslinging away to a double.
Oh.
A shot for Yimpat from Khan. And a follow-up as well from the Finn. Shuey up against them, and he can't do anything about it. So 11-2, pistol round wins, should seal it.
Yeah, there's nothing in the tank here. I don't even know what the right answer is for Liquid. You could see some of the smiles and laughing. I think there's been a few sequences in this series, in this game, where they probably feel like, what are we supposed to do with some of these shots that are coming out, especially with Torzsi's Inferno. But there's no good answer at 2-11 on whether you buy or save in the second round. Liquid have chosen to save. It's only Glocks. And Mouz will be securing themselves a spot in the playoffs inside the arena. We'll find out if it's semifinals or quarterfinals at a later date. But for the moment, all you need to know is Mouz is going to be in the playoffs. Woo! I expected a little bit more fanfare, you know? I expected some cheering, maybe like a sound, like
expected, isn't it, though,
I expected like a soundtrack from production, some clapping, maybe.
Well,
anything.
we get Chad back on the soundboard.
Yeah, we need it.
Yeah. Well, last, in 2023, they were in the grand finals, Mouz. So, that's, they have a chance of winning it this time. And
They're taken down by Ents, I believe.
Yes,
that was the snappy run.
Nerds was against them.
Yeah, Nerds took them down in the finals. That's right.
Not taking them down today, though. They've actually just taken him downtown, and he's got 3 kills, so...
Yeah, he got spanked this map.
Yeah.
Let's no two buts about it. He got a lesson today in how to play mid-train.
Grenade landing onto a Shuey and Nerds. They're going to give it one last good go, one last push forward as Nerds gets one Yimpat to trade it on Shuey. 4v4. Couple of seconds into the round.
They're relocating out towards Ivy, it looks like. Naf leading the way. Nerds going to join up with him. Actually, we're going to butt heads here. There's a push from the CT side and the T side.
Exertion stepping up. Naf going down, and Mouz flipping it back, and that's it. That should be it now. 4v2.
Nerds is like, I just walked all the way here.
Oh, bombs down
I gotta
as
go
well.
back? Are you kidding me?
Well, you've nowhere to walk now. It's all on Twist.
Well, a fantastic series from Mouz start to finish. They came in with their A game, and it kept up all the way through. No underestimating Team Liquid, no taking a round off. And Mouz have emphatically, with a very large statement victory, booked a spot in the IEM Dallas playoffs. Only if Twist loses this.
Only if he loses this, and he will eventually lose it. All right, Mouz then. They come in, they stomp over Liquid, a 2-0 fashion into the playoffs, at least confirming themselves a spot in the quarterfinals. So see if they can make it all the way through to the semis. That is going to be the goal out of the group stages. They are looking deadly. They are looking scary. And for Team Liquid, some work to do for the rest of the groups here.
You know, it's really